What's up, idols? It's CC Lesson 3. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video.
We finally did it. We finally found a cause worthy of uniting all fandoms across the land. K-pop fans have finally united to end frivolous wars and countless quarrels. Peace shall reign through the kingdoms.
There is at last peace amongst the masses because we have united for one common enemy. Okay, but for real, y'all may think I'm being dramatic, but I've been a K-pop fan since 2010. I have never seen one single issue unite so many fans to one common bullshittery. For those who don't know, I am talking about Annie's Dad Paid. I mean All Day Project. All Day Project just won the Day Song, the Grand Honors Choice Award, after only debuting 5 months ago with 4 songs to their name. I only know one. I can't say much. Famous did do numbers. It did achieve all kills. But 5 months after debut, you get this award that well-established, very popular artists have never gotten. Or it took them years to get. You get it in 5 months. It makes no sense. And there are defenders saying, well, look at New Jeans. Look at how quick they acquired this award and this status. But New Jeans did numbers. New Jeans broke records. New Jeans was everywhere. Around the time when they had come out, they were one of the quickest groups to work off their debt and start earning money because, you know, as an artist in K-pop, when you debut, you start in debt because it takes money to train you and to put you in the most stylish clothes, to teach you to dance, to teach you to sing, to house you and keep you fed. That's something you have to pay back later, which I think is bullshit. But when you looked at Hybe, New Jeans was like the only girl group that was actually profitable to them, which is why, you know, all that drama with Minhee Jin still doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but we move. Anyway, a group like New Jeans, their success was understandable. They had the stats, the sales, the fans, the money to back up the claim. Awards much earned. But All Day Project. By the way, it would mean the world to me if you guys could subscribe if you haven't already, if you enjoy this sort of content. Also leave a like. Please give me a like on this video and engage. Let's talk about this below. I want to know what fandom you're from, how you feel about this, if you think it's fair, if you think it's not fair. Do you think they earned this award? Do you think this award was rigged for them? If you don't know what to say, leave a comment that says for the watch. It really helps all the same. 감사합니다. By the way, do you guys know who ADP was nominated along with and subsequently beat in this category? And Hyphen, Islet, TXT, aespa, ATEEZ, ITZY, Idol, formerly known as G-Idol, and fucking Stray Kids. Are you kidding me? Now, obviously I'm biased. Y'all can hear the instrumental in the background playing right now, right? But Stray Kids is an absolute unstoppable powerhouse right now. They don't sleep, and I really wish they would, but like, they're constantly touring, constantly dropping singles and mini albums. Like boys, please sleep, rest your weary bones. But it's the fact that once they won, they all look to Annie like, oh? Real quick, I just want to say I fully understand Bailey and Tarzan turning to look her way because they're looking at the rest of their members. Uchan, sitting next to her, turns to her and then he does turn to look at the rest of his members. I theorize that if something was done, maybe Annie wasn't fully aware of it, but perhaps they looked at her because they're aware of what her family is capable of. Annie does honestly sound like a really hardworking girl and who's trying to genuinely make an effort. So if something did happen, maybe it was daddy's influence, like no daughter of mine is gonna not make a name in the world of K-pop. No sé. Everyone looking at her, it's funny, but it does make sense. Like, she's on the end and other members are looking in her direction because they're looking at their other members. And because of that, the online chattering has begun. A few months ago, before All Day Project debuted, I made a video because their upcoming debut was controversial and a lot of people were already talking about it. They were controversial for 2 reasons. One, there was a bit of cultural appropriation from one of the members, this Tarzan looking dude, and the other was because of Annie. They called her a nepo baby. They called her the first chaebol idol. As we discussed in that video, Annie, aka Moon So-yoon, is the great-granddaughter of the founder of Samsung, and her grandmother is the founder of Shinsegae, so that makes her a 4th-generation chaebol. Her whole lineage comes from money. So when she decided to be an idol, people are like, oh, she's just gonna buy her way to the top. And I will say a lot of people did seem pleasantly surprised by their song Famous. A lot of people actually did like that song. They're like, oh wait, this actually slaps, it does numbers. I see them gaining success in the future. Not this soon into the future. 5 months is ridiculous. This has pissed off fans from every fandom, united against this bullshit. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Whether you're an ARMY, a Blink, a Stay, a Carrot, a MOA, once. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkey, ARMY, Blink, Stay, Strays. I'm just playing, I'm not gonna do that. I will say, watching other artists who have been out for years and have much more success than them, not even necessarily people who were nominated amongst them, But seeing their reactions and the slow claps and the eye rolls and the shock, that's gotta be heartbreaking, because I would never want to be an idol. I would never willingly put myself through that. The stress, the pressure, the entitlement people have over your lives, the control you lose over your own life, the scandal and the scrutiny of every single thing you do. I would never wish that on my worst enemy. I would wish that on my worst enemy, I'm not gonna lie. But I would never wish it on me, because I love myself. And to put yourself through all of this, training for years, working extra hard, super hard, you work yourself to the point of passing out on the stage, and you see this baby group, this infant group, who was just birthed 5 months ago win this award, you're like, ain't no way. Usually you don't see people have such raw reactions like this in Korea, especially at like award shows. Like, they're supposed to keep it prim and proper because the cameras are always rolling. Them reacting how they honestly feel just shows how absolutely ridiculous all of this is. This reaction from Ella from Meow, who is on the same label, the black label, took me out. And I'm just sick of seeing money corrupt everything. I just feel like as we watch capitalism snowball out of control, there's less authenticity in the world. There's less genuine actions and motivations and honesty and good old-fashioned hard work that properly gets rewarded anymore. Too often we see many people use their money to instant transmission their ways to the top. I just feel like, what is the point of being an idol and debuting as an idol and working hard as an idol if you don't genuinely and authentically acquire fans, fame, and success on your own, like without daddy's money or your uncle's money or your grandmother's money? And the people defending them say that they are very popular in Korea. Even if that was true, they have 4 fucking songs. And honestly, I was excited because I like the idea of co-ed groups. Like, I really like KARD. I wish they blew up more than they did. They've been out since what, 2016, 2017? As a co-ed group, successful co-ed group, they're more popular in like South America. I love the thought of a co-ed group, and seeing them, they did well. All Day Project did well, I'm not gonna lie. But 4 songs get you, no. I feel like the reason it takes years to acquire this sort of status is because you need to prove that you have longevity, not just lucky with 1 album or 1 single. You need to prove you can sell out on tour. You need to prove you can earn fans, sell merch, have widespread appeal. You can't do that after 4 songs. I'm sorry, I keep coming back to that. Is this a group that has gained a loyal fan base? Is this a group that can sell tickets, that can sell albums, that can keep people interested for years to come? No sé. I'm not a nepo baby, obviously, but if I was, I really believe that I would want to earn my own status, earn my own way, make my own name. Because everyone is always gonna look sideways at a nepo baby like, oh, your daddy just got you here. You only got this job because of who your dad is. Don't you want to prove something to yourself? And prove that you are talented, prove that you got here on your own?
Huh, you're really talking to me like that. Better know that I hit back. That 지겨운 말뿐인 chit-chat 다시 refreshing to reset.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, man.
So it looks like this group is going to continue to be controversial. I mean, when I made the first video about them, I never imagined we'd be here talking about them winning a Daesung award. Even when I made that video a few months ago, they weren't even officially debuted yet. A lot can change in a few months, apparently. I keep hearing that All Day Project is the 2nd fastest group to win this award, but I cannot find the 1st fastest group to win this award. Google and all this AI shit keeps giving me different, inconsistent answers, and I really just want to know who was the fastest to win. Tell me, teach me, please, help me. Something interesting to mention is that Annie has a sister named Taylor, and on TikTok someone asked Taylor if their dad bought this Daesung award for her sister Annie in the group All Day Project. And Taylor responded with like a me picture, like accusing me. By the way, full stop, I don't think it's okay that people are attacking Taylor because Annie and All Day Project won this award. That's real stupid. And I also hate how I go back and forth and I teeter this line because whenever a woman seems to be doing well and successful, it's easy to give credit to a man because of it. Like, I remember when Lisa secured like Victoria's Secret and she was in the White Lotus show. She performed at the Oscars. And people are like, oh, it's because she has that Louis Vuitton boyfriend. Like, he bought her this, he bought her all this. Listen, Lisa made a name for herself, okay? Few people can go by one name and have it be a common name like Lisa and people know you're talking about from Blackpink. She may not be my favorite these days or recently, but I really don't feel like it's fair to attribute her recent successes and her global collaborations and appearances to her boyfriend. Rumored boyfriend, alleged boyfriend. This situation with Annie, I think, is a little different though. That is absolutely unprecedented for a group to debut 5 months ago, have 4 songs to their name, and win this grand award over well-known groups. Like, these are names that are popular, that a lot of people know, that people have seen them in concert several times. People buy their albums, buy their merch, they sell out shows. Has ADP done that yet? I mean, you guys have to understand that Samsung is like the biggest company from South Korea. Her grandfather founded it. And with the category they won in, it's like a panel of judges and they all vote. You can easily buy a vote, right? If you promise to fund something in the future, donate to this, support this cause, you have Samsung money behind you. So some people talk about what's the big deal with this award? What does it mean? What does it stand for? Here we go. This Daesung victory is particularly significant because Grand Honor's choice recognizes not just commercial success or popularity, but the honor and respect an artist commands in the industry. For a rookie group to receive this recognition speaks volumes about how All Day Project has resonated with both industry professionals and the public. The win also validates the Black label's bold experiment with a co-ed group format, which remains relatively rare in K-pop. By bringing together artists from different backgrounds and specialties, from chaebol heiress to global choreographer to survival show veteran, All Day Project has proven that diversity and individuality can coexist with group cohesion. I'm sorry, but I really don't see how you can rack up such recognition and such acclaim from the public and within the industry in 5 months. My eyebrows twitching. Did y'all see that? Who you give awards to matters. Who can acquire certain things matters, because it decreases the value of it if it's not well deserved, if that makes sense. These Hermes bags and stuff, like how the Birkins, they're so exclusive, right? And you can't even choose the one you want. But if everybody just started to have them, if like Walmart makes really good knockoffs, it loses the appeal, right? It loses the value. Same with this Labubu crap. Thank God I missed that wave. But Labubu used to be more desired because it was rare, because it was new, and it was hard to find certain ones. But now there are so many fakes. There are so many fake ones out there. You can't tell which is real. Walking down the streets of London, if you walk by any tourist shop, you see a whole stand full of obviously fake Labubus, but people still buy them. And I feel like with awards like this, if you just give them to whoever, it takes away the value of it. But honestly, I haven't taken award shows seriously since like 2011. I remember Eminem went off on the Grammys, and I remember in 2020, The Weeknd was absolutely snubbed by the Grammys, and he continues to be snubbed by the Grammys. And it just makes you realize these award shows, it's all about like performing the song and dance, doing what you're asked to do in exchange for an award and recognition. Some people win these Grammys and you never hear from them again, or you don't like their music, or they fall off. Some people are great and have never won a Grammy. BTS. That being said, I do hate how obsessed K-pop artists seem to be with winning a damn Grammy. Grammys mean nothing, they're scammies. And now it seems like this award, Daesung Award, might not mean as much in the future because you can just buy it. Money ruins everything. Money corrupts absolutely. Anyway, that's it. I don't want to ramble too much. Just my thoughts on this. It's nice to see fandoms end their fighting, end their pointless wars to unite for one cause, but I know it won't last forever. And the Day One, which I guess is All Day Project's fandom, Day One, they feel a little attacked right now, and they're fighting. They're fighting with a lot of people. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Annyeong.